Good morning, everybody. It's Jane from Chalk Mercantile and Surface Anthology. What is today? Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I prepared a little Q&A about my new workshop because I got a lot of questions, and I'm going to do a fun show and tell because I know I've noticed all of a sudden that what I have in this little box that I got in Italy is very in right now. Is everybody getting ready for Super Bowl? My husband is really, really excited about Super Bowl, and I guess I'm excited about the menu that we're gonna have. he's gone over it, and it's really fun. We're gonna have fun. Now, if you haven't seen, I have a new workshop. Good morning. Wow, Debbie, Julie, and Shannon, good morning. You guys popped on just like that. Are you getting notifications? Like, is that working? I hope it is. I really do. So you guys, I'm going to do a little Q&A about the workshop that I know some of you have started. And I'm referring to people for everybody else that are in my Surface Anthology membership. So, they're getting early access to this workshop and getting things going. So it's very, very exciting. For everybody else, this workshop drops on February 16th. And this is a question I got. Is it, Jane, you said it's recorded, but then I saw that you're doing a live. It's both. It's a recorded, it's over 30 lessons. So if I did that live, you guys would have to be with me. We'd have like a sleepover, and it would be a marathon live workshop. So I recorded those, but then anybody who signs up for the workshop, you're going to be in a private Facebook group. And on the 23rd of February, I am going to do a live tutorial on one of the pages in the journal. So you'll have a live and a recorded. So I guess the best of both worlds, right? Thank you, Shannon. Shannon Sprinkle. Thanks, everybody who does that. That gets the word out about this. It's a cool workshop, I think, right? And I'll show you what we're doing for those that haven't seen what this Plaster Page Journal, that's what you're going to be making, is all about. Julie's saying, I was watching when I saw you were live. Yay, so you got that. And it worked today. Excellent, Debbie. So the notifications work. So everybody, if you do want to get a notification when I go live, you just click on, you follow me, and then click on the follow button, and you'll be able to, make all your adjustments and get notified. So cool. So thanks for letting me know, you guys. Let me go through the dates again. So the workshop drops on February 16th. For people that sign up on February 13th, the private Facebook group is going to open. I'm going to send everybody an invitation to get in there. The early bird pricing, I got asked about this. So now this workshop with over 30 lessons, and it's going to have a live, is $17. That early bird special ends on February 11th. And I think that's Saturday at midnight. So get in on it. I have the links and everything in the comments. Then after that, it will go to $23, which is still not a bad price, right? Oh, and you will have lifetime access. Somebody else asked that. Well, do I have to, make the whole thing and do all those 30 lessons? No, you don't. You will have lifetime access. You'll be able to make your Plaster Page Journal, maybe do a couple of the paint techniques on your pages, go do something else, right, for a few months, and you might think about it and say, wow, I really want to try that technique that Jane showed, and you could go back in and watch it and try that. Deborah's on the phone in her doctor's office. Okay, Deborah. Shannon says, I just stalk your page to see when you go live. Oh, Shannon, you're hilarious. It is a great price, Julie is saying, right? It is. I think so, for sure. And once it goes evergreen, right? Once I put it up on my site, then it goes up again. And that's how we do it. So this is a great time to get in for sure. Now, let me make sure I got all those dates in there. Yes. Let me show you real quick what it looks like. And then I'm going to show you, then we're going to do the show and tell, right? So here's the cover of my book. Here's how thick it is. This, you're going to be making a plaster page journal. Literally, we're going to plaster pages and put it inside of a journal or portfolio, right? Depending on what you want to use it for. Let me move my coffee. So this is my cover. I've got beautiful Marie Antoinette because I wanted a face on there. And I, as I said, I have a melange of techniques that I did. I wanted something really kind of crusty and old and layered. And inside, you start to see the techniques that I'm going to be covering. I teach you guys how to age some papers, right? This is a sheet that I got that will be in a PDF in the workshop. How to put your book together, of course. This is the spine. And then I just, of course I love gilding. You can, Deborah's asking, can we use a large binder? Anything you could put in. Deborah, what I would tell you to do is go through quickly, just goes through putting the book together. It's actually really easy. It's really, really easy. I'm thinking like a binder. As long as you can bind your pages in, right? These are the pages. These are all covered in plaster. And then we paint on them or do junk journaling on them. Anything you can imagine. These are just some of the techniques that are going to be taught. Now, I'm a furniture painter. My membership, the Surface Anthology membership, at its core is a furniture painting membership. So my idea in the beginning was, wouldn't it be cool to have a journal that you could do furniture paint finishes in? So you're not always having to go out and get scrap wood and everything. So Deborah, as long as I would go to the binding part because you really want to be able to bind the signatures into something. And here are my kind of junk journal pages and, just some cool stuff that I did. I'm testing out and I realized I didn't put in the supply list, you guys. I'm going to add it. I found this fabric archival tape. It isn't linen. There's a linen one that I have to get. They were out of stock, but I'm going to add that. And it's a really cool tape that I use that you can cut and use and do neat things too. And Shannon says, I got your reply to the craft paper question. Could you show how it's stuck? It's just, let me get to that. It's just slipped in along with the signature. So you guys, when we make this, all you're doing is putting a signature, you're stacking it, right? You're stacking it, and it's right there there's a lesson. And then we put 2 holes in it. So all you're doing is stacking in a piece of paper. Does that make sense? Let me show you if I can find one. So here's a signature. A signature is 3 spreads, right? And you're going to see that. Don't overcomplicate this, everybody. Don't get nervous and overcomplicate. I am somebody I love simplicity. I don't like anything too complex, but I can certainly make it complex with my words, right? Shannon's saying yes. I can definitely do that. Hang on one second. I'm going to show you how that's put in there. Oh, Deborah's saying I need to learn to bind. It's really easy. It's so easy, you guys. Deborah's so funny. When you turned the page to the copper foil, I gasped. Isn't it beautiful? It's like beautiful. And I have to tell you, I go through the book and I'm like, it's so much fun to see all the different kinds of techniques that you do. And it's great. It's just a lot of fun. I totally see the appeal to the junk journals, right? The art journals, the creative journals. They're just so much fun. So here's a signature, Shannon, right? This is a signature. So it's a section, right, that has the holes in it. And I put them together, like, let me find the middle, right? So here's the first spread. There's the second spread, right? So I just kind of put these together, and here's the third, and then one more. So it's just slipped in there. And then you open it up to the middle, and that's where we put our holes. Okay? So definitely slow me down. It'll be funny to hear me in slow-mo, but if you watch that, you're literally just, you know, it's like adding another one of these spreads, they're called, or pages. So it's really easy. So this is the book, and a lot of the there's a lot of pages, right? I think you guys did the math, right, Shannon? I think you and Wendy did how many pages there are. And because they were asking me, and I'm like, I have no idea how many pages there are. Then I realized if you wanted to, you could number them, right? And do something really cool. If you need to know that, you really want to know how many pages there are. Maybe you're using it as like a, what are those journals called? Oh, I forgot what they're called. There's another kind of journal where you keep like an index of the pages in the beginning. It'll come to me, right? If Danielle watches this, she's going to laugh. But you could put all kinds of techniques. If you don't like it, you could paint over it, right? And they're just a blast. I love the whole texture thing, and you're able to do that with the plaster of Paris. And Deborah, I think I passed I have to go back to the copper because we all want to get that gasp, right? Oh, Shannon saying, you explained it very well. Oh, I hope so. I do. That's why it's like, it's easier to show it, right? Okay, and since Shannon's saying, okay, so it was attached at the same time as when you attach the others. Absolutely. I just slip it in there. And you know, everybody, I give you, you know, the basics of putting this whole thing together. Well, literally how to put this journal together. And you're going to realize as you're doing it, oh, I could slip in not only craft paper, maybe you have some other beautiful paper you want to put in there, and you can put it in there. Have fun with it for sure. Shannon's saying it's 36 fabulous pages, not including the front and the back, right? Oh, I love it. That's a lot, you guys. Imagine trying to get, if you're a furniture painter, a decorative painter, and you want, there's the copper. Woo! It's so great. I do love it. I just love this variegated copper. It's so cool. I want to do the inside of a lampshade with it. And it's so nice because the other thing is all of us painters, right? Decorative painters, furniture painters, we've got a lot of products, right? We have a lot of cool stuff. And if you use it on some of these pages, you'll remember that you have it. And you can even make a list. I showed you guys that I put in my little planner printable. You can make a list of what you want to use that variegated copper on, right? So it just serves a lot of great purposes, and you can literally do a paint furniture finish from soup to nuts, right? You could do the sanding, priming if you're a primer, do your design, you know, washes, whatever, and then finish it with wax. And it's in a book. So it's just a blast for sure. But I think the little numbers would be really, really cute too. So Shannon, I'm thinking about that, right? Because then I could keep an index and say, oh, on page 28, I used the variegated copper, and I could just flip to that. So you always giving me ideas, right? And that's what's great also about the membership. We're always giving each other ideas for sure. But this is it, you guys. And if you're not a furniture painter, maybe you're a maker, a creative person, this is still for you because this can be used as a junk journal, art journal, a journal, right? A decorative painting journal, a furniture finish portfolio, all of that. And for $17 and over 30 lessons, it's a great workshop. So that's that. Now, while I was doing this, I was looking through I've got that desk that I've posted, right, that I use. It's got really deep drawers. And I'm like, I pulled out something I got while I was in Italy. And of course, when I was in Italy, I just bought paper, I bought pencils. They have all these beautiful mechanical pencils and stuff. And I also bought a seal, right? I see people using seals everywhere. And I went years ago. It's like in 2006 or 7. And look at this seal. And it's got my initial. All right, where's my camera focusing? Come on. How do we do that? How do we make, I think I'm just going to have to go in and just get close. Let's do that. Because I love this seal. Isn't that beautiful? Except it's still blurry. Oh my God, there it is. Isn't that beautiful? So it's on wood. It's really, really nice. I love it. And I have, of course, I got red wax because everybody knows I love red. And this came with it. And it's this gold that you dip. And I realized, you know, because I'm like dipping my seal and then trying to stamp with it, right? No, you dip in the gold and then you melt your wax and you make your seal and there's gold on top of the red. Oh, it's gorgeous. So I'm gonna do one. Shannon's saying it's a smoking deal. It is, Shannon, right? It's a smoking, to get myself in there so you can see. It's a smoking hot deal, everybody. I know, I love these seals. I'm obsessed with them. They're just, they're beautiful. They're beautiful. The only thing I haven't figured out is when you melt the wax, I always seem to get the, you know, the soot on the wax. And I see some people doing it, and maybe they're not holding the flame like you're going to see how I do it. It's like, how are they not getting all the black on the soot on the wax? And this wax is cool. It's really brittle. It's very dry, and it's just the neatest. I just love Shannon saying it's 36 fabulous pages. It is 36 opportunities and more to create some really neat finishes, right? So let me open this. I'm going to put the seal, maybe I'll put it, I don't know, right over here. It's going to have nothing to do with the signature on the bottom of this, but I'm going to put it right there. Let's see if this works. I've got my Las Vegas matches. I have no idea where I got these because I've never been to Las Vegas. I think, no, we drove through Reno when we drove to California, not through Las Vegas. Okay, so let's see. I think that's good. You can see what I'm doing. So the first thing I'm going to do is dip, let me get that on camera, stamp my stamp on the gold, load it up, right? Don't look at my nails, you guys. It's really sad. I need to get to the, get a manicure because they're bad. And then I'm going to, hear Henry down there. I'm going to melt the wax. Let's see. Oh, we have people here checking our water. Ouch. In Connecticut, there's a lot of issues with water, like radon. And I am not a professional stamper. And we have to have our water checked once a year because we have a system to remove the radon. All right, let's see if this, oh, this wax smells really good. And then you just go like this. I hope my stamp is right side up. It is. Look at that. It's so beautiful. Let me show you. It's not really, I didn't get that really nice round, but look at how pretty that is. Isn't that beautiful? So yeah, I just love this. And it just adds something to it, right? And the drips of wax, it looks authentic. So I wanted to show you guys that it's one of my favorite things that I got in Italy. And, you know, I'm glad I went through my desk. Every once in a while, you guys, go through your desk, go through your little, you know, boxes that you have things stashed in, because you're going to find this stuff. And what's the point of having it if you don't use it, right? So you guys, that is it. I am going to be back again tomorrow. Keep sending those questions. The link to sign up for the workshop is in the comments. And also, the membership is open if you're a decorative painter. And by that, I mean furniture painting, walls, floors, you paint on canvases, you know, small projects, you're a creative maker. It's a membership where we deep dive into authentic heirloom paint finishes. That's my jam, right? Julie, right? You got a J. Look at how pretty that is. I'm telling you, I just love it. I have to use it more. Oh my God, my dogs are going crazy. So check out the membership. You could click on that. And if you join the membership, which is $27 per month, you get 20% off everything, all your orders from my Chalk Mercantile shop. You get a live Q&A with me and everybody else in the membership. You get a major workshop every month, and you get a live tutorial every month. What else, you guys? We have all kinds of cool stuff in there. Well, the best thing about it is that we have an amazing creative group of women. As I always say, it's women so far, and that's good enough for me, right? Though we'd welcome in you guys that are very, very generous, very creative, and they're not afraid to push the envelope with their own skills, their own painting skills. And that to me is just incredible. It's a really great energy to be around. They're very curious. They ask questions, and they're just really passionate about what they do, whether they're furniture flippers or they're working on things for their own home, their own collection. It's all really, really wonderful. So check it out. And everybody, a perfect time to sign up for the membership, Shannon says. Thank you, Shannon. It's a really great group. And I love creating workshops like this where I try to do something a little bit unique, though there's nothing new under the sun, right? But something that I think that that you guys are gonna like in the membership, that also gives you room. You know, it's not a closed project. It's a project that's open. And what I mean by that is, like in this workshop, you're going to make something that has a lot of room. I'm not bleeding. That's just wax, you guys. But it has a lot of room for your own interpretation. That's the thing. So I'm showing you a lot of techniques, how to put together a journal, but what you do with it is all about you. It's just going to have you all over it, and that's the name of the game. So everybody have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. I'm going to be back here tomorrow to answer questions, and I think I'm going to do a little tutorial. I've got some projects over here, maybe pull out the milk paint. So I'll see you all then. Everybody, thanks so much for joining me today. Have a happy